very first The Big Bang Theory Season 3 episode review video before I get into that, though. Pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am, you're watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll mention as well as put in the description for you if that happens to be the case. If you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers of really funny moments that happen. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 3, Episode 1, the Season 3 premiere. The title of this episode is called The Electric Can Opener Fluctuation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So, the guys return from the Arctic expedition. They all have beards. Well, Sheldon has a goatee, and their hair is a mess. Sheldon seems to be the only one that actually enjoyed the trip. And then when Sheldon gets to the apartment, he says hello, old friend, to his spot on the couch, and then says Daddy's home. Leonard goes over to Penny's to let her know that they're back, and Penny is really excited to see Leonard. She immediately kisses him and pulls him into her apartment. Howard and Raj witness this and are upset that they aren't the ones that knocked on Penny's door first. But if Howard would have knocked on Penny's door first, she probably would have shut the door on him. Maybe. She had a bonding episode with him a couple episodes ago, so who knows? A couple episodes ago, I should say, not that. And then Howard and Raj break the news to Sheldon that they actually used an electric can opener while in the Arctic to give Sheldon false readings because he was being a dick. And they mentioned it was Leonard's idea. So Sheldon goes to knock on Penny's, knocks on the door for Leonard, and Leonard tells Penny, do not make a sound. And Sheldon's like, I heard that, do not make a sound. So then Sheldon, since Leonard ignores him, he goes, Penny. Penny actually decides to open the door, and then Sheldon asks Leonard about the false data that was collected. And Leonard kind of just says, sorry, you were kind of, sorry about that, didn't mean to do it, but we were trying to make you happy because you were being miserable to deal with, and we wanted to kill you. So instead of killing you or letting you freeze to death, we did that so you get false data so you'd be happy and think you're going to win a Nobel Peace Prize. So Penny feels bad that Sheldon is upset and tells Leonard she's going to apologize to him, which she didn't do anything wrong, but whatever. So she goes over to the apartment, and Sheldon is actually curled up on his bed. So Penny starts singing Soft Kitty to him, and he says that's only to be sung when he's sick. And then Penny tells Sheldon she knows exactly what he's going through, mentions a story about her being a cheerleader, a head cheerleader, and then somebody else got the role, and then Sheldon says, were you going to win the Nobel Prize in waitressing? Like, your story doesn't compare to mine. Sheldon being a dick, of course. Not that he really knows he is, but that's what he is. And then Sheldon doesn't think her story came close to anything that happened to him. And then Sheldon asks Penny if she really was fit to be a cheerleader. And then they're at the college or Caltech, and then Kripke makes fun of Sheldon because Sheldon had emailed all of his data, thinking that he had a big discovery. So you feel bad for Sheldon. And Penny gives Leonard, I'm sorry, I'm not saying that right. Leonard gives Penny a snowflake from the North Pole. Howard tells Leonard that Sheldon is missing. And Sheldon's mom calls and tells him that Sheldon is in Texas. And Leonard and Penny are about to do it again and, go all the way. And then Penny's like, no, we need Sheldon back. So she won't do anything or do whatever Leonard thinks she's going to do until Sheldon comes back and Leonard goes to Texas. So they go to Texas. They go to Sheldon's mom's house where Sheldon stayed. She's doing religious shit to piss Sheldon off, making him say his prayers before he eats and saying unscientific things that are irritating Sheldon. And eventually Sheldon's like, let's go. Let's get out of here. He's tired of his mom already. So they bring Sheldon back to California. And then Leonard and Penny actually have sex. Awesome. And then the episode ends with Leonard talking about it being weird when friends have sex. So I think this developed a little quicker. I would have preferred that to happen in the next episode, but I mean, it's fine that it happened in this episode. It just kind of seemed a little quick. Like, you put your foot on the pedal really fast after the season 2 finale, where you knew Penny really wanted Leonard to stay, but all of a sudden she really wanted him to stay. I guess it kind of makes sense to, not see him for 3 months, and then I need you, I want you, let's have sex. So I don't know. I'll give the episode a 9.0 out of 10 because it was pretty good. It's definitely one of the better episodes I've seen thus far. This sticks in my head because it's more recent, and then the episode where Penny is addicted to online gaming. Of course, we have a really good episode coming up. I think it's episode 9. I really like it. And as far as the character of this episode, I'm going to give it to Penny because she was really nice to, think of Sheldon's feelings and how he's feeling. And she didn't have to do that. It wasn't her fault. It was Leonard's fault, and, well, everybody else's but hers. So 9.0 out of 10. Penny is the character of the episode. My favorite moment, well, obviously, I think it was great when Leonard went over to her house or her apartment and she immediately kissed him. And then, of course, the end of the episode when the aftermath of them having sex was great. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory, or perhaps you're a fan of Young Sheldon, or if you're a fan of anything besides this that's on J-Devtv and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button. If you want to share this video, go ahead and do that. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What would you score it? Who would be your character of the episode if you had to choose? And maybe your favorite moment. And then last, but certainly not least, if you're going to watch the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And J-Dev will return.